THV 11 News at 6.
Hello and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Faith Woodard alongside Brooke Buckner. We start tonight in Hot Springs, where officials are working to repair a fire hydrant that crews did not know was damaged until they needed it.
The issue led us to look into what happened and how those tools are inspected. As THV 11 investigates, Tanya Motorzitsky found out the process is different in every city.
I'm here in Hot Springs at the Red Snapper Fish and Chicken, where just a few weeks ago it was burnt down, as you can see. Just a total loss.
And they found that that fire hydrant was not working at that time.
Now, I did speak with Fire Chief Ed Davis, who says that when they arrived here at the fire a few weeks ago, that the fire hydrant that they were going to use was completely flipped over, like it had been hit by a car.
It had caused the stem to no longer rotate the box valve in the ground.
And luckily, there was another fire hydrant about 500 feet away that they were also able to use. But this brings up the bigger question. How many times and how often does something like this happen? And this could have ended a lot worse. I mean, a small business being totaled is pretty bad, but luckily no lives were claimed.
Fire can actually double in intensity every 17 seconds under the right conditions. And so, time to get water on the fire is very, very critical. Shorter amount of time, the better.
Chief Davis and other fire departments locally say that these fire hydrants need to be tested twice a year, once in the spring and once in the winter.
We find fire hydrants that aren't working every year.
I wanted to see how many fire hydrants in Little Rock and the surrounding areas are going undetected with issues. Chief Jeremy Barber with Little Rock Fire Department says they don't see a lot of issues with broken fire hydrants. Each is inspected twice a year as well, once by the fire department and then the other by Central Arkansas Water Utility Company. If there is an issue found during either inspections, Barber says that CAW is quick to repair any issue. Then over in North Little Rock, Captain Gary Williams with the fire department out there says sometimes hydrants are hit by cars, but it's rare. Now, all those complaints also go through CAW. Conway, the fire chief, says their inspections for hydrants go through their utility company, which is Conway Corporation. I reached out to CAW as well as Conway Corporation for a comment. I did not hear back. I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
All fire departments we've reached out to say if you see a broken hydrant or have concerns about a hydrant, call your local department to report the problem so they can get it fixed immediately. In Hot Springs, firefighters are gearing up for a big change in how they report incidents, with training underway on a new digital system. The department is transitioning to the nearest reporting program, replacing the old National Fire Incident Response System. Assistant Chief Edward Davis says the new program uses modern technology, drop-down menus, and fewer numerical codes, making it easier for firefighters to log incidents accurately and efficiently. The training is happening now, so crews are ready for the January 1st rollout.
Skies never really broke up today. We had cloudy skies in Little Rock. Now there was sunshine in western Arkansas. Tonight, the sun has set as we look over the capital city. Beautiful shot there of the state capitol tonight. Traffic on 630 moving along nicely. Here are your numbers. They are going to cool a little more than what you see here. They're in the middle 30s, 37 Little Rock. We're going to drop off to the upper 20s by tomorrow morning. In places in western Arkansas, cooling quickly because there's no clouds. We're holding on to the clouds and temperatures in the low 30s here in central and eastern parts of the state. One little thing that may impact your morning drive tomorrow, the fog. We could have some visibility issues, and with temperatures dropping off into the upper 20s and low 30s, could have to battle a little freezing fog in some areas tomorrow. Wednesday's forecast, mostly cloudy, about 45. We'll expect a little more rain coming in here Thursday, and then Friday, partly cloudy skies. We'll take a look ahead to your weekend here in just a few minutes.
Tom, thank you. We move over to a developing situation in Conway as an investigation is underway at a human development center there. Disability Rights Arkansas says their findings, including allegations of malnutrition among its residents, are raising huge safety concerns. THV 11's Maya Ellison spoke with families about the changes they hope to see.
Reagan Stanford and her team at Disability Rights Arkansas have spent years documenting what they call serious concerns inside the Conway Human Development Center.
Most of these were guardian complaints that they reached out directly to Disability Rights Arkansas.
Their 43-page report outlines what they describe as, quote, systemic failures in nutrition management and clinical oversight, based on cases reviewed between 2023 and 24. The report cites delayed or missing documentation and staffing shortages, including an example where a resident was documented as having eaten 2 meals, but video showed he did not eat at all.
We've seen them give someone a few bites and then there's no indication that the person is full, and then they just go throw, they move on and throw the plate away.
The 66-year-old facility currently houses about 470 people. Disability Rights Arkansas says there's 1 dietary services director and 1 clinical dietitian for the facility. Stanford says that's not adequate.
People have been completely skipped over, or they didn't get them maybe the one, and that's something we've seen in more than just the case that's highlighted here, that he was so sedated that I think he was not, he'd be sleeping a lot and was often not brought to the meal.
Stanford says the report was a last resort after what she calls a lack of response from both the Development Center and the Department of Human Services. THV11 reached out to both. DHS calling the report a, quote, distorted attempt to discredit the Human Development Centers. On weight loss concerns, DHS says the medical needs of residents can contribute to changes in weight. One mother, who didn't want to be identified, says she grew worried about her son's care at the facility.
I was getting conflicting reports from different employees telling me that Felix was eating 1/2 to 3/4 of his meals and was doing good. But then I would talk to an aide at the house, and every now and then they'd be like, Felix hasn't eaten in the last 3 days that I've been working.
Hopefully, putting this out there and maybe getting some more pressure from the outside will help them kind of come to the table and right some of these wrongs that have been done.
In Conway, Maya Ellison, THV11 News.
Thank you, Maya. A former owner of several Arkansas nursing homes pardoned by President Trump last month will still have to serve prison time on state charges. Joseph Schwartz received clemency from a 3-year federal prison conviction. He had pleaded guilty back in April for running a $38 million scheme where he collected taxes from his nursing home employees but never paid the IRS. A month later, he pleaded guilty on state charges that went on hold because of the federal punishment. But now that he has been pardoned, Attorney General Tim Griffin filed a motion ordering Schwartz to serve at least 31 days in an Arkansas prison. He also owes more than $1 million in restitution. The order gives Schwartz 7 days to report to the Washita River Unit in Malvern to serve his time.
Tonight, 36-year-old Bryant Davis has been cleared of battery charges brought on to him after a 2022 shooting in the River Market. The incident left 3 injured, but according to the court, there's a lack of witnesses who can come forward. They say one of the victims has since died and the other 2 can't be located, leaving them unable to move forward with the case. New tonight at 6, President Trump announced what he is calling a trust fund for every American child starting next 4th of July. These Invest America or Trump accounts are tax-deferred savings tools under a provision in the Big Beautiful Bill. They're available to all children under 18 with a Social Security number. Anyone can contribute up to $5,000 a year. The government will also provide one-time seed contributions of $1,000 to babies born between January 1st of 2025 and 2028.
Trump account should grow to be worth many thousands of dollars by the time the child is 18 and even more by the time they are 20 or even 30 years old. We think it's going to be something really unique and really special.
We believe the smartest investment that we can make is an investment in children.
Philanthropists Michael and Susan Dell announced they're contributing more than $6 billion to Invest America, putting $250 in the accounts of 25 million children under the age of 10 in zip codes where the median household income is $150,000 a year or less.
Check this out. A law student overcoming some difficult obstacles is now one step closer to becoming an attorney. Earlier today, I caught up with Jarrett Brown, a student at Bowen School of Law here in Little Rock, and learned everything he went through to get to this point. Overcoming a serious health scare to passing his LSAT and now making it to his first semester finals. Last August, Brown learned he had a tangerine-sized brain tumor and ended up going into an emergency surgery the same day he was scheduled to take the LSAT. His doctors told him there was a chance he could lose his physical and cognitive abilities, and there was even a small chance he could lose his life.
I'm just happy to be here, because there was those questions that I had before about what my life would be like. And so I want to make the most of this opportunity for myself, because I got a second chance, and I want to use it to help other people if I can.
And he's going to do just that. He's proof your age doesn't define what you can or can't do. He's 2 weeks away from turning 40 and is determined to become an attorney.
And we're continuing to talk about the new head hog, Ryan Silverfield, the latest on the newest Razorback later in sports. And plus, we're taking a closer look at the Dardanelle Lock and Dam, how a boating accident is affecting businesses all across the state.
Our temperatures dropping off into the lower 30s by tomorrow morning, even the upper 20s. And with some patchy fog, we may have to deal with some freezing fog. After the break, we'll talk about our next rain chances and take a look ahead at your weekend.